back to front for us?
Yep.
Cool.
You're live. And all right. Let's see. So this says we've got a couple of seconds.
So it doesn't actually go live.
That's a good question. It says live, and it says we're live for 16 seconds and 20 seconds. Ryan, it's rising now. Oh, awesome.
Nice.
All right. And we start. Okay. We're doing it. Making sure that the stream is live. That's what that was all about, because we have had one bad incident. And
We're just checking.
yeah, so exciting day. Basically, we're at
6 months.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. It's gone so fast.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, I just can't believe where the time's gone, actually, to be honest. It doesn't feel like 6 months at all.
No. Oh, no, it's been busy on all sorts of levels.
Yeah.
It's been busy for us doing like residency stuff, visas, busy sorting out accommodation, busy sorting out transport, food. We've had some health ups and downs.
And also just the just climatizing to it all. It's been taking time.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Yeah, but thanks for joining and coming in on celebrating our 6 months. Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
We have a noisy neighbor at the moment, so we'll do our best to mitigate that. It's coming past.
Yeah. Anyway, that's cool. So please put any questions in if you want us to answer anything. We will try and answer anything. And just so we can keep the flow going. We hope this isn't going to last too long.
Yeah, I'm practicing my Zen skills right now. So if you would like to ask a question, you will need to be subscribed for at least 1 minute. So jump in and do that. Please like the video, share it with any friends that have questions. So we're answering questions on life in El Salvador. So we share everything we know about coming here, visa-wise.
And our experiences.
From
doing what we've done.
Yeah. And we'll tell you what's happened for us. But generally, we will actually point people to experts who can solve a lot of the problems for people. We'll answer the questions completely for people. So, Irving.
Hi, Irving. Pleased to be you here.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Great to have you here. Thank you.
Okay, so I suppose since our last live, we've had.
It's only been a couple of weeks.
It has only been about 3 weeks, something, but we've had some great things. Unfortunately, I think we spoke in our last live that we were going to go up on a little venture up to Santana. James ended up falling ill, so we had to postpone that trip. But that's all cool. And then we went on an amazing trip with Bitcoin Beach Wallet and Hope House, and we went to one of the schools, and we've got a YouTube clip coming out on it. But what we did was we talked to the children about Bitcoin, about why we're here. But all the children had cell phones, they had data. None of them had downloaded any kind of wallet. So we showed them how to download the Bitcoin Beach wallet. And then Bitcoin Beach or Hope House donated $5 to every child. And we then split up into groups, and we were able to show them how to use it, how to do a Lightning transaction. And it was so powerful seeing that green tick. And they couldn't believe how fast it was. Even the headmaster, she signed up for the first time. It was just such a cool experience. It was really good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
And so in one of the big things that we've realized for El Salvador and Bitcoin is the Lightning Network and the importance to promote adoption and usage. So you'll notice that this live call, I've gone and been the nerdy James that I like to be, and I've added a QR code, which is actually a Lightning address. And I really want to go and grab the phone that's got the wallet on it so we can actually see if any transactions come in live, because that's really cool. And we're not expecting anything, but this is just a fun thing to do that we want to promote because it's part of why it's a huge part of why we're here in El Salvador.
Yes, absolutely. So you're
Give
gonna run up the
me
hill?
30 seconds and I'm going to be back. And
That's cool.
but what else have we done that's been really good?
We've met a lot more people. There's been, a lot of people are coming down. It's really exciting. We've got, people from all over the world are turning up, and they're all creating their lives here. They're tired of sort of what's been happening in the countries that they've come from, and they've come to El Salvador because of Bitcoin, but also because of what Bitcoin and what El Salvador is now offering its residents. And it's amazing to have such a circle of people that are turning up, and we're all very similar, and it's cool. There's a real good connection, and it's really neat to see. We're really enjoying it.
It's, what would I say? We sort of sometimes ask ourselves, have we made the right decision leaving? And then we meet people here, and we're like, we weren't meeting people like this in New Zealand who have such an open attitude, really want to see some interesting changes in the world. They go out there and they do cool stuff. Yeah. And that's what we've really enjoyed, is meeting these people who have taken the leap. Yeah. Like, this is not easy, doing this, but it's not, hard things are worth doing.
Yeah. Are you quit your breath now?
I sprinted up those stairs. That's good.
Now, we've actually had a question come through on Lightning. Are there many technical difficulties when you try and buy something in the street using something other than Chivo Wallet?
Good question. Oh, okay. So from our side, because I've got reasonable technical understanding of what's happening, our side is okay, and we can sort of understand what's happening for the vendor. So we use different wallets because we don't have access to Chivo Wallet. So we're always using something different, like Blue Wallet, Moon Wallet, Bitcoin Beach Wallet, Wallet of Satoshi. Started using Breeze this as of yesterday, was it? Yeah, because we were introduced to a special feature which we're really excited about. And so for example, I needed a new pair of shoes. Got caught in the rain and basically destroyed my old ones. It was time to buy new ones. And the store didn't use Chivo Wallet. They used what's called Wampi or Wampe here, but it was just a bad user experience for everybody involved. We still did the transaction because, of course, we wanted to use Bitcoin, we wanted to support the network, and we wanted these guys to see that people are coming and asking, and we'll do it. So it was just a poor user experience more than anything. It would have been easier if they had have used Chivo Wallet for themselves. It would have been easier if they had have even used Bitcoin Beach Wallet. And we've just learned about Breeze Wallet, which is great for shops. And if they had have used that, that would have actually solved the security problem I think they were trying to solve with the staff.
Yeah. And as James mentioned, we don't have Chivo and we don't have Strike. So we are using all these other wallets, and we have no problem going from our wallet if they've got a Chivo wallet to pay to, and if they're using a Bitcoin Beach. So a lot of businesses here have signed up and have the Bitcoin Beach wallet, so that's really easy for us to do a transfer as well across. So it's only when there's like department stores that have some crazy
point of sale systems. Some of them have some weird implementations.
Yeah, and that's when we give up and we just go and pay.
We've only given up once really badly. I have to say thank you to somebody. Look at this. Someone tipped us $5. That's awesome. Thank you.
I really appreciate that.
I mean, when we get stuff like this, for example, when we went on the Bitcoin Beach trip, we ended up, Nicki had a really clever idea. She said to these kids, send me $1.
And they were really nervous about it. Because they were going, oh, this is $5. I don't want to send $1. But anyway.
So they would send Nicki $1 and she would send 2 back. And they were like, oh, cool, this is fun. Because they learn how to send and receive a transaction in that process, which was really cool. Just so you know, anything that goes in here, it goes to fun and good causes to basically educate people, which is awesome. So Eve, have you visited Lago Cotapique? Sorry if I butchered that yet. I visited El Salvador last month after 11 years and had an amazing time. Thank you for your videos. Wishing you the best. Saludos desde Chicago, USA. Awesome. Thank you.
No, we haven't. We were when we were going up there, but James fell ill, and I was going to take my wingboard up,
Yeah.
and I was really looking forward to getting up there, but we didn't get a chance.
I ruined it.
Yeah. So when now James better, we will organise a trip to get up there. It looks amazing. The photos we're seeing, I can't wait, and it looks like there's some amazing restaurants around there as well. So yeah, really looking forward to that.
We are envious of the people who go on these trips.
Yes, yeah.
And these trips are on our to-do list. It's just making time. Yeah, and 6 months has gone really fast. A lot of it has been, like we said, administration, setting up. Like we came with 4 suitcases, and like we're buying simple stuff. Like we just bought knives on the weekend. So
yeah, but it's not even that. It's also the fact that we're not here on a holiday too. You know, we are here to live here, and so because we're doing that, we don't need to be sort of rushing around and seeing stuff. Even though, you know, it is really important for us to get to see the country because we really want to work out where it is that we want to live. Yes. And we need to see that so we can explore and work out where it is.
Yeah.
We've got a hello guys. I hope you're doing well. I imagine the adapting period surely is a little difficult, but I'm sure you guys will succeed. I feel really comfortable here now. I don't know if there's any. I'm sure maybe there is something I need to adapt to, but yeah, it feels really comfortable. It's feeling good.
Yeah. The climate is awesome and easy.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, that's
so love it.
The people are friendly, which is great. I mean, honestly, the average person around the world is a great person. That's just the general experience you have, and El Salvador is no exception. So those aspects of adapting have been great, and just getting used to how the world works here. That is something that just takes time, and we're enjoying it.
And Tunko Life, thank you. They've just commented we're amazing people.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're grateful for that. That's really lovely.
Appreciate it.
Hey, and one thing, we talked about things we've been doing, and we did have this amazing experience where we went and saw bio art, and they've got a beautiful little butterfly place in San Salvador and up near Guatemala. We haven't been up to the farm yet, but they produce butterflies, or what's the word?
The pupae?
Pupae. So the chrysalis. The chrysalis, they get the butterflies and the the caterpillars and then the chrysalises. But one of the beautiful stories we had was, that these butterflies, for people for weddings and stuff. So they'd love to have butterflies. They had a wedding. Someone had a wedding and they wanted to a whole lot of butterflies. So they were able to give them some butterflies, or I imagine there'd be a payment thing. But they got the butterflies and they had them in the bride's hair and the bouquets. But one of the things they do, and they do for the schools or for the museum for the children as well, is that they can catch the butterflies and they put them in this like a little butterfly envelope, but it's like wrapping the butterfly in a blanket. And then the children, or at this wedding, when the people given the rings, all the guests opened up their little envelopes and the butterflies flew into the sky. It was just, the story was amazing. And then because they had an orchestra behind them, the butterflies flew above the orchestra, and it just sounded like an incredible story. But hence my earrings. I thought these are butterfly wings from a dead butterfly, and if you follow our Insta, you would have seen the white butterfly on my shoulder, and that's what that's what these earrings are from, a white butterfly, and they're the only ones who actually breed that white butterfly here in El Salvador,
or in Central America, I think, or in the world.
But it's just just really stunning, and the jewelry is just gorgeous, and it's just a beautiful experience. So there's lots of beautiful butterfly videos and pictures going to be coming out. It's really neat.
And paid for with Bitcoin Lightning.
Paid for Bitcoin, absolutely, which is really good.
Mr. Harumaki Sensei, Thanks for the info. Sounds like an experience I had in Japan with staff in big places not really understanding what was happening in a transaction. Yes, that is a large part of it. The staff might get basic training, but they don't really have a big picture or enough training to really understand what's happening or how to give a better experience. But it takes patient, enthusiastic users like ourselves to do this with the staff, because then we talk to the staff about it. It's like, oh, that's an on-chain transaction, or that's a lightning transaction. This one's in US dollars, this one's in sats, and just having that slow patient conversation with them is really important for adoption.
Yeah, absolutely.
Latinos power. Hey guys, thanks for the videos. Wishing you the best. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, it encourages us to keep going. We've got a good sort of schedule of videos coming up. We've been quiet with the last 6 weeks with health.
And
I can read that.
How to use Bitcoin is great. Thank you so much for doing that. Oh, seriously, it's fun. It is. I really enjoyed going up to school, and it's really neat to educate. I mean, the fact that Bitcoin Beach is only one part of the education on Bitcoin. There is another stream where the children can get a diploma. So this is like the first stepping stone for children on getting the basic Bitcoin, on how to use a Bitcoin Lightning or a wallet. Then another company.
So Mi Prima Bitcoin, they're very popular on Twitter.
And they're doing like more of a diploma, so it's a little bit of it's another step up. But to go and do that basic, the first, showing and getting them on board, just a Lightning type wallet. Yes, it's not secure in the sense for children to put their savings on it, but for day-to-day spending type of activity, it's absolutely brilliant. And the thing is, with the Bitcoin Beach wallet, it has this map. And so when you showed the children this map, their eyes just lit up, because all of a sudden they saw all these orange dots all around El Salvador, and there's some in Guatemala, and these are all the businesses that are accepting the Bitcoin Beach wallet. And so that was really neat and very encouraging to see.
Yeah. So what really impressed these children, or a lot of the children, was seeing how many businesses were already on board with the Bitcoin thing. And it's like, oh, wow, like, Bitcoin's obscure and it seems like it's a new technology and no one's really using it. But then when you see probably a couple of hundred orange pins on businesses that are accepting Bitcoin, when you think nobody is, it's quite an eye-opener.
Yeah. And then you've got a question. Do you have to speak reasonable Spanish, or can you get by with English?
Go.
No.
We're getting by with English, which is
it's not ideal. Definitely our Spanish has to improve, and we are improving. It's just, it seems slow.
Yes. So we've done everything basically coming in with no Spanish. We've been able to either get by with Google Translate or find people who actually speak really good English and Spanish. Like, there's a lot of locals here who have either learned English in school, or they've been to the States and they've come back, and their English is great, which is, so a really good example is, was it yesterday we went to San Salvador, or the day before? The day before. We went up and we went to this restaurant, and the guy wanted to, he said, buen provecho, but what is this in English? And we're like, oh, it's... enjoy your meal. But we like buen provecho. So it was, he then asked, he gave our entire experience in English, and we tried to practice Spanish with him. So it's really fun, because you've got these kids who have learned Spanish. He's a young guy. He's learned enough English in school to be able to have basic conversation. He wants to practice with us, and we think that's awesome, because he said, what was it? It was $4.50, and I'm like, $4.50. He's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And it was cool, because I also said things wrong in Spanish, and he gave it back to me in a cool way. So we get away with just English and really basic Spanish.
But I can't wait to be able to let it roll off my tongue. It's like, and it's just, and it's getting out there, and it's making sure, like, daily getting out there, talking to somebody, and just trying. And to be honest, I'll put my hand up. I had tended for a long time to just sit back and let James do it because his pronunciation is so much better. But I've learned that I've got to step forward, because if I don't step forward, I'm just not going to do it. So it is a big learning. Yeah,
it's fun to learn when you get into experiences where the other person also wants to learn.
Yeah.
So it just makes it fun, and just remembering that to have fun, be patient, do your best.
Yeah,
it's good. Tai Cow, have you visited the Gulf of Fonseca and surrounding islands? Lots of potential and create a Bitcoin Gulf community.
This is my dream, to go down to there. I see the flat water. I look at the islands. I go, wow, this looks amazing. We haven't yet. It is, again, a journey for us to plan. We would want to go down for a few days to go and check it out and see. It looks incredible. And I think the only concern I have is people have said, as soon as you get out of the surf side of El Salvador, the water can be quite dirty. But until we go down and see it, we don't know. Yeah. So
we're not going to judge it too heavily.
No.
And
also down there is where, like La Union is where the Bitcoin city is meant to be being built as well.
Yes, and that's one reason we want to go down there, to look at where Bitcoin city is meant to be. But we've also heard it gets a lot hotter as you go down there, and we would like to potentially live down that way. So we want to look at property down there, but we also want to experience the climate, and we want to go and visit. Was it Santa Ana? No, what's the
San Miguel.
San Miguel.
Yeah,
we want to go down and visit San Miguel because we want to see how big the town is and what the services are like. Because
it's important to be, not too far away from a city, just to, for the amenities and things like that.
So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Casa des Drogas. Have you seen the Bitcoin mining facility in Tecapa? No, and I would really like to do that.
Yeah.
Like we said, we haven't gotten out enough.
But I mean, we've got time, and that's the thing, is it's all good. We've got time, and it's going to be great adventures.
Yes. Mr. Harumaki Sensei, if you fly in on a tourist visa, do they give you grief if you don't have a return ticket booked? These days, so much can happen in 90 days. Reason: airline strikes, new travel restrictions. So we didn't get checked.
No. Not
that I'm encouraging that you try it.
Yeah.
But my perspective on this is that El Salvador wants tourists. That wants people to come here. They want all these things. In New Zealand, they're very worried that you're going to try and overstay if you don't have a ticket out. In El Salvador, that wasn't their concern.
No, the one thing they did do is they were really strong at pointing out you have to leave on this date and no later on that night for the 90 days. So they were, he did say that. He didn't look for a ticket out or anything like that, but I think that could have a lot to do with your travel agent or how you book to go, from your departing country. But they were very strong. You have to leave within, before that 90 day is up. But I mean, we have not had to leave the country because of, setting up all our residencies. We did do the 90-day extension and things like that. So, we've done that, so we don't need to now, which is great.
And it's actually easy to get a 90-day extension, relatively easy to get a 90-day extension and to stay longer if you want to. It costs, was it $25 a person?
Yes.
Yeah, so $25 a person. Basically, you'll spend an entire day in it's not quite, but organizing the information, going to the office, getting things stamped, and then you go away. You come back a couple of days later, I think, and they'll give you your visa back, your passport back. Yeah. So you can stay for an extra 90 days without too many problems for $25. Yeah. You will need a local who will vouch for you. So we have a friend who was kind enough to go in with their El Salvadorian Dewey, so their national ID, and vouch that we were okay to stay.
Yeah. And Ryan, not a problem. We'll let you know.
What is that? We'd love
he's
to
looking
join
at wanting to come and join us.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No problem. We want to try and do like a long weekend or something to go down south and have a look. So we'll talk about that.
How easy or difficult is it to pay your daily and monthly expenses in Bitcoin via the Lightning wallet? Do you still need dollars sometimes? Yes, we do, but again, it will depend on your situation. So, not everybody accepts Bitcoin. So it depends on where you go shopping. Currently, our place we rent, they don't. So we do need cash to do that. Our power bill, so we use Downsur as our power supplier. If they were connected to Bitrefill, which they're apparently going to be, we could pay through with Bitcoin that way, but they're not, so we have to pay cash. So you have to go to the supermarket with your bill with specific cash to pay for that. So there are things like that you do. And also but also the Mercados, like if you're wanting to buy your fruit and veggies from the local Mercados, then no, it's all going to be cash there too. But it depends if you're going to go, but even the supermarkets are a bit hard. They're getting better.
So like this morning I read a tweet reply to one of my I took cash out of Achivo ATM because we need cash to pay for things. It's just the way life is here, because it's a US dollar society and they're not running around with debit cards and credit cards. They're literally running around with coins and notes. And we need to still do things in that matter. And someone made a cheeky or a comment about, oh, shouldn't it all just be Bitcoin in that country? And I understand it's meant to be legal tender and everyone is just meant to accept it. But you got to remember, a lot of people aren't good with change and they're going to resist it and they're going to take time. But it's not just that. Like the people on the side of the street, when we want to buy a bag of lemons and the dude is there, like we literally pulled the car over, Nicki jumped out, gave the guy $1
and got 20 lemons. I was right.
Yeah, bag of lemons, jumped back in the car. Like the Bitcoin Lightning transaction would actually be a real pain in the bum for both parties when you just want to give them $1 a move. So I get it. I get the cash transaction, but that guy, he's also got, expenses where it's going to have to be cash. So you will need cash. That is the current state of affairs. And it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just the way it is. Hope that helps.
Do you think Bitcoin as a legal tender will attract investors from around the world to move to El Salvador? Do you know another investors or people that have interest to move to El Salvador? Well, we do.
The short answer is yes.
Yeah, there are people. People are moving here. People are coming to visit. People are moving here. We're getting contacted all the time. They're wanting to come and live the Bitcoin life.
So it depends on what level you're talking about. So there's normal people like us who we've come and we have remote jobs and we're just here to live and invest on a very small scale, like spending locally, buying a vehicle, maybe buying a house in the future. And so that's that level. Then you get people who come in and they may have sold a business in another country and they've got, a couple of $1 million they want to spend and invest. So they might come in and buy a hotel or something and do,
or set up a
restaurant or whatever. And then you go to events like Max and Stacey Kaiser, and the one that we went to, Max and Stacey are like, we've got this fund called El Zonte Capital, and we have hundreds of millions of dollars that we don't know what to do with. And that's the level that's actually really happening. But all of the levels and everything in between is important. That massive investment is important to build the new city, to build the infrastructure for people like us who are coming in and want things like supermarkets and nice restaurants and hotels and bits and pieces. And then the ground level that we're at, where we're going around and we're talking to, average people, doing average transactions, that's really important. Because it shows the people of El Salvador that we're here and that we want to spend the money and we believe in the country, we believe in the network. And so it's so
they're from all extremes. There are people interested in coming here and are coming here. Or if not already here.
We've met them. We've met them living here, and we've met them online, and they're asking the questions like, if we come, what can we do? Who can we talk to? And we'll point people at the best people that we know of. But it's amazing. Like we've just had some friends arrive who they basically they asked us for. We gave them as much information as we knew, but then they started telling us stuff about people that we're here, and we're like, we've never heard of these people. It's crazy. But there's so many people that are here that have connections already, and in terms of investment and setting up, there's so much opportunity on any level.
Absolutely. Fatima, I have to go, but I will watch you guys later. I always wait for your videos. Thank you for your information and for the love you show for my country.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah. We appreciate all the watches, all the shares, all the likes, all the subscribes. Yeah. It's awesome.
No, it's really cool.
Yeah.
What other things have been happening? I mean, you might have heard the thunder. We are in rainy season at the moment. So, it got grey only, just before we came and sat down. So we might get a bit of clap of thunder and some lightning happening and things. But, that's good. Could you ride a bicycle from the beach to San Salvador, or is that asking?
If you're a hill climber, it might be fun. So,
it's the roads. I mean, that road is quite amazing because they've spent a lot of money working on it. Though there isn't much of a side shoulder, and it is double laned, and you have some big trucks. We do see cyclists ride up and ride down, and we're pretty impressed. It is a huge climb.
Yep.
I would be a bit weary, but then I'm not a big road cyclist, so
So we budget 45 minutes to drive up to San Salvador from the beach.
Yeah.
And the highway, I would say, is reasonable. It's good quality, and there are shoulders, but
there's a lot of rock fall though as well.
Yeah.
So there is, especially after the rains, you would have to be very, very careful.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah, and
it's a specialty thing.
I also don't believe that a lot of the drivers will be conscious of you because there aren't any. There's so few cyclists.
Yeah. It's not like you might go to some Asian countries and cyclists are just everywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's a normal thing for people to be aware of when they're driving. Yeah. As we're here, we don't see it so much. You see motorcyclists.
Yeah.
But
again, I mean, there's quite a few motorcycle accidents.
Yeah.
Too, which are not very pleasant.
I'd just be careful. I wouldn't come here and expect to have a great time cycling. Come and be prepared to, just be prepared.
Yeah.
And we're up to date on the questions, which is awesome.
Cool. So that's cool.
So what else did we do the last couple of days? I feel like
busy. Well, we had a big day in San Salvador. Oh, it's quite a great trip actually. You were asking about paying with Bitcoin. We went up to San Salvador and it was the first time James actually took money out of the Chivo machine. Yeah. So that was a really interesting experience. Yes. And it was good. It only took, because it's on the blockchain, it's not through the Lightning Network. It does take time, but it was only 15 minutes, which is great. So we were able to go around and buy some bits and pieces. But we had that. We had 3 Lightning transactions that day.
Is that all? Because we did the shoes,
the lunch, and my earrings.
And the earrings, shoes, the lunch, and the earrings. Yeah. Was that it?
Yeah.
I feel like we had another one.
Oh,
no, it's okay.
No. So that's right. So that was cool. So that was really great to be able to do that. The place we went to, the supermarket, they didn't accept it.
No.
Yeah, but that's what we always ask.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing is to always ask, and especially at some restaurants and things like that, because if some people go no, you sort of go, okay, well, we've already been here, but we won't come back. And so you let them know, well, unless you're going to,
I mean, it depends. Sometimes there's places that we really like, but we specifically went somewhere for lunch because we knew they would accept a Lightning transaction, and the food was good. Yeah. It's quite a clever place. They've got a food caravan outside, and then they've rented a shop where they've gone and put a whole heap of seating. And we like it. It's also a big meal and a reasonably priced meal for lunch. So I think like $6.50 each. Yeah. We got these massive like panini style sandwiches.
So great.
Yeah, it's really good.
Money Delix, is he your friend? Well, Money Delix, they actually live next door to us, which is really cool. We're creating this little community down here with a lot of expats, which is great. we've got another group turning up soon too, which is nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Lovely couple. Lovely,
they are.
lovely family.
I would say they're our friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they feel the same way. we drop in and say hello, and we have a chat and a laugh and share information. It's good.
Start teaching wing foiling, Nicki. It's not a common sport. It looks so much fun. It is lots and lots of fun. Yeah, I'd love to get on the water and teach some people what to do. It's finding the right place to be able to do it, but that would be really fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
getting the equipment might be hard.
It
That's
might be
something.
good, yeah.
That might be tricky.
But it's one of those things that I forgot what I was going to say then. That's all right.
The equipment teaching.
Equipment teaching. It doesn't matter. It's
Okay,
gone now.
all right.
So, but yeah, no, that would be good.
I want this question.
Okay, go.
Anna Seletto, in New Zealand, can you use Bitcoin to pay some things? It's very difficult. It's not like El Salvador for a number of reasons. And it's kind of crazy in a way, but I guess what would be the best way to sort of answer it is that a lot of businesses they're not interested. They don't care because they don't need it. That would be the best thing. And then there's the next side of it, which is that
a lot of business wouldn't even know about it and understand it. To be honest,
no, they've heard of the word Bitcoin, but they wouldn't know what Lightning was.
No, yeah.
And so one of the things that I really like to encourage with people now is learn how to use a Lightning wallet. You can, I'm going to go on a rant. Okay, so what it is. I don't try and sell anybody on Bitcoin or teach them a Bitcoin anymore. I try to teach them, hey, download this cool wallet. It'll, download it from the App Store, and then you basically do a text message or you put in an email address, and then I send you $5. And they see how quick and easy that is. And they're like, wow, and this is Bitcoin? And I'm like, yeah, that's Bitcoin. And they're like, wow, that's awesome. That was so fast and easy. So I now, as a Bitcoiner, sell people on Lightning because the experience is so fast and easy and good, as where Bitcoin actually requires a lot more knowledge, understanding, time, explanation, opposed to just saying, I made a bet with a friend that if he made a YouTube video, I would pay him $10, and if he didn't, he had to pay me $10. And I said it will be done over Lightning. And he made the video, and he was like, "You got to pay me the $10." He was really excited to get his first $10 of Bitcoin, and I was just blown away that was what it took.
And that was El Salvador, New Zealand.
Yes.
So that was really cool. So it was pretty instant.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cycle to San Salvador, then wing foil back. There's need a bit of water for the wing foiling. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah. And have you heard any expats teaching English as a career in El Salvador? Thanks, guys.
Yes, there are people in the schools teaching English. And quite often on the expat Facebook page too, they ask for, is anyone interested in doing some English teaching too? So, yeah.
I think we just met was it the French family? They were the husband was a teacher.
Yes.
And they were looking at teaching French or English in some of the schools.
Yeah.
So that's it's possible.
Yeah.
There
is. It's a lot.
They weren't Bitcoiners or anything. They were literally traveling the world.
Yeah, no, I'm not a flying squirrel.
I'd like a flying squirrel if I could get my hands on one. I try to leave nuts out for them, and they're just not interested.
No.
Are there large supermarkets with a wide range in San Salvador? We know them in the EU, US, Australia. Yes, there are. So if you know of Costco, there is a store here called Price Smart.
Yeah.
It's a membership store, and there's two of them.
Yeah. And there's Walmart here. So there's a couple of Walmart stores. And there's also another company called Super Selectos. So Super Selectos has a wide range, again, of products. They have sort of a whole import area.
So some of them do. The bigger stores
ones,
have an international section and a local sort of just standard goods. Yeah. So the supermarket. Once you learn your way around.
Sorry, I just had to.
I just wanted to finish that one before we go to the next one. once you learn your way around San Salvador a little bit and what you want and where you can find it, the food isn't that bad. It's no different than for shopping at home.
Yeah.
Largely.
Cheeses wise, there's still definitely quite a selection of cheeses. But I don't know about the gouda, to be honest. I don't know if I've seen any.
I'll tell you what I miss. It's potato chips.
Oh, potato, yeah.
A good potato chip. Like in New Zealand, you can get like potato chips made from real potato, like real slices of potato, not like Pringles where it's reconstituted or anything like that. And they're basically just potato chips in salt that have been fried in a good oil.
Yeah.
It's really simple.
There's
not here. Like we've got all these crazy Doritos and stuff, and I'm just like, no, where's a good sound potato chip? That's something we miss. Well, I miss for sure.
Hi, James. You should try to bring some Maori dance shows to El Salvador beaches.
Unfortunately, I didn't go to a school that taught me those, so I don't really know them. Some of the schools in New Zealand, they teach all of the students how to do the haka, and it's really impressive. And it's a war dance, which is really cool. And I'm a little bit gutted that our school didn't do it.
One day, hopefully my sister and brother-in-law will come and we will film him doing a haka because he's amazing. They've got amazing haka, so we'll do that.
Yes,
because that will be quite.
That would be impressive. Yeah, he's genuine. Like his whole family has like a family haka and everything. It's cool.
So that'd be really good.
Ryan, cheese is crazy expensive anywhere in El Salvador. What we actually do is. So we do have the local market guy who's reasonable compared to what we pay in New Zealand. But for example, at Super Selectos, we buy cheese when it's on special, and that's pretty much it. And
then it's normally only got a couple of days to eat it, so
I'm okay. All right.
But this is fine. But no, we but even the the local pupusa cheese. That's what we buy. So we go to the Mercados and buy the local, and it comes in these big round thingies, and they sort of just slice off a bit for us, and we'll grab that. Yeah, and that's sort of what we're eating there.
Alexandra Garcia, you guys rock and inspirational. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Have you experienced the southern part of the country? They are beautiful beaches, but less crowded and less developed.
We can't wait. We did talk about that a bit earlier on, and it is one of those places we're really keen to get down to. So it will be happening soon. Yeah, we're just planning our time. So and holla holla. Thank you for all the content and advice, neighbours. Not a problem, Gladys.
Yeah.
Are you neighbours? Are you here around somewhere? Sorry.
Maybe El Salvador's pretty small, so I don't know how to pronounce that name. I will bring some bags of potato chips if you can find me good cheese there.
Okay, well we'll do a bit of search. So when are you coming?
There's families here that is looking for specialty items. Like there's some families that have dietary requirements. There's some families that are very focused on like organic, or they want natural products or local products. So we're learning, and we're trying to collect as much information as we can from the people who are finding these stores, so we can share them as well. So Eddie, hi Nicki and James, do you have to be a Salvadoran citizen to use the Chivo wallet or some special ID? Yes,
you do. So you do need a DUI to get a Chivo wallet. So so even though we've got our year resident visa, we've only got a NEET or NIT, and so we can't get one.
There's a but.
But it's a but.
There is a but. So what you could do, and I'm not necessarily saying this is a good way to do it, but there is a possibility if you really wanted to get there, and that is to get a power of attorney through illegal means, but you may need a business account.
But I was going to say you'd need a business account to set that up and do it, but you don't really need one, do you?
Currently, we are surviving with the open source and open source Lightning wallets and the Chivo ATM. That's how we're surviving. Surviving might not be the right word, but that's basically how we do most of our transactions.
Oh, we got to see the hacker in El Salvador. That we'll definitely have to wait for my sister and James, another James to come and do that.
Is that okay? The biggest celebration in the city is going on now, in Sivaland, you should go and visit. They'll find homemade chips, candy, and a lot more fun for sure.
Yes, it's quite amazing,
Yes.
the festivals at the moment.
Yep.
It's we've been seeing what we've been seeing. We
Yep.
haven't seen it live, but what we're seeing on the YouTube and news and things like that, it look incredible.
Yeah.
Look amazing. So
Yes.
yeah.
So
absolutely.
we don't get out enough sometimes.
Alexander, you mentioned most of the local fruits are organic. Pesticide fertilizers are hardly ever used. We buy all our fruit and veg from the local mercados. I know some of the product comes in from Guatemala or from Nicaragua. In Costa Rica, I think we had some pineapples from Costa Rica. So there's certain foods that I'm unsure what's actually local and what's not. I mean, definitely we've got, you see where people have gone and picked different fruits and they just sit on the street and you can see that they're definitely local. And great using those. I mean, we love the fresh produce here. We really enjoy eating it. It's really good.
Once a week we go to the local mercado and we spend $20 to $30 just on fresh fruit and vegetable, which lasts us a week. En Casa de Drogas, can you withdraw USD from the Chivo ATM with Lightning, and is it free to use? Not with Lightning. It has to be on chain, and there are some tricks to making sure you have a successful experience. The only fee is I'm going to do a video where I actually show the price difference. It was like $150 price difference between what CoinGecko showed me and what was on the Chivo machine, which isn't
$50?
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't a big deal. Which, I mean, it could be a rounding area between exchanges. So there was just the network fee, but you need to increase your network fee to make sure you have a good experience. And what was I going to say about that? There was one other thing. Is it free to use? Other than the network fee, it's free to use, but it's on chain, so you need to wait about 15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it's a lot cheaper than if you had a credit card or a debit card or whatever, and you're withdrawing from an ATM. The ATM fees are a lot more expensive than what they are if you're getting the money out through the Chivo machine.
And some tips on that: you'll need a phone number that can receive text messages. That is the main KYC that happens, and the limit is $1,000 withdrawal per day per phone number. So if Nicki and I both withdrew $1,000 each on each of our phone numbers, that's what we could do. And we used Blue Wallet, and you can adjust your network fee. And in the video that I'm going to make, I'm going to show people how to check to make sure that you go in the next block to make sure that your transaction happens. Can my phone number be international to use the ATM? Yes, it can. And this is there's been a really good discussion on my Twitter thread about this, which some people have had a bad experience and then they got angry because they had to do KYC. But the KYC isn't international. The KYC is anybody who gets trapped in a stuck transaction. So if you're local, it doesn't matter. So yes, you can use an international phone number as long as you're receiving texts. So it has to be connected to a network, and bump your network transaction fee, and you've got a better chance of having no problems and having a good time. I had a good time.
Are locals generally on board with the president's Bitcoin drive? Of the people we talk to, yes.
I'm going to say generally yes. There's always going to be people who are no. And what the positive thing that we are seeing is people that in the beginning were like, no, this is a bad idea. I don't like it. I don't like Bukele. I don't like Bitcoin. What's happened is some of them have had a really good experience where they've made money because the tourists have come in and they've been, actually, I'm making money because of Bukele and Bitcoin because there's more tourists here spending money in my business. And so I would be a hypocrite to say no now. So that's the sort of experience we're seeing. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay. Cool. So I would say overall, generally, it's a positive experience. Bukele's rating is in the high 80s, which in my mind that's crazy good. Like, I don't think anyone in New Zealand's ever had a rating like that. It's just nuts.
And I mean, if this hadn't happened, the amount of people coming and spending money in El Salvador wouldn't be happening at the moment. No, at the moment. So it's pretty cool, the tourism.
Yeah, there was a news article saying that 99 million, was it? $99 million or more than this time last year is come into the country through tourism. I mean, which country wouldn't like a bonus extra $100 million for the for the tourism? That builds a lot of roads and builds a lot of things. It's cool.
Okay, could we wear whatever in El Salvador you feel comfortable wearing? Anything like singlets out and about, or do you have noticed that conservative dress with code locals?
Great question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Seriously, I'm in shorts and singlet. I mean, I have got a dress on at the moment. It's so hot. I've actually just nearly got a video out, and it's with another woman a lovely woman who's moved here by herself, and we were talking about the locals and the women here. I mean, they're quite voluptuous, but they're always beautiful, and they're always in no matter how what their income is, the family wealth is, they always are really tidy and look really good. I'm very much, I only bought half a suitcase full of clothes, and so I don't have many, and I'm very much in my shorts and singlets, and it's fine. If I go to San Salvador, I might put a nice t-shirt, and I've got a pair of dress shorts, so I would wear those. Going out for dinner even, I mean, I'm still in shorts and a singlet, so yes, it's fine. We don't need to, but you see this, you do see a lot of them put a lot of effort, and they look beautiful. Yeah, they do, and I do feel a bit scungy sometimes, but I'll get there. I'll go shopping.
She's being self-conscious. But it was definitely a concern we had before we came here. So in terms of dressing too well or being too flashy, this was something that we were worried about. And I think after being here, your answer would be that don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. No. You can seriously wear. Going to the beach, there's so many outfits down at the beach. Everyone's got these beautiful little bikinis, and they've got these overthrows, and they've got their high heels on, and it's seriously,
it's a fashion show.
It's great. It's really cool, and the thing is, I love it because everyone, they're not self-conscious. They wear what they wear, and it's really beautiful. It's really cool.
So again, if you're worried in terms of feeling exposed, being a foreigner here and wearing something that this is just me reading into it, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's so hot. Everybody's we're blown away by how many locals actually wear jeans and long sleeve
because we're just like
crazy. And then Anna Salito, do you think when the volcano bonds are launched, they will be sold rapidly? Do you think the volcano bond is a good project? It depends. Okay, so my personal opinion is yes, it's a good project, and that I think they will sell reasonably quickly. I think there's a lot of interest in people waiting for them. And then after talking to a number of people, we've talked to people who are pro and people who are not so pro. And there's great arguments on both sides as to why it will or it won't work. I'm going to come back to my personal opinion. I'm obviously biased Bitcoin, biased El Salvador winning, biased Bukele, doing the right thing. So I'm going to say that, yes, I believe long term that they're going to sell reasonably quickly and that they're going to be successful, and that Bukele will have a bigger plan than just volcano bonds for El Salvador. Just after talking to people who have more ideas on what's happening here, it's very exciting where it can go. Yeah. If it works, it proves a point which he can share with other countries. Other countries are waiting to see it happen because they want to do the same thing to have the same success.
Yeah. Yes, Max Kaiser was declined to apparently going into a restaurant recently because he was dressed in shorts.
That wasn't a Salvadoran restaurant, though, was it? I thought it was in the States.
No, it was here.
Was it?
And yes, maybe they go to restaurants that I don't go to, but we're down at the beach. I mean, we don't have any problem. We go to, there's some nice flash restaurants up and around the places we go to, and I can walk in shorts and singlet. It isn't a problem.
No,
but there's a good chance, there is an elite type of restaurants that we haven't been to in Salvador.
Yeah. I mean, on the beach, I think the beach code is it is what it is, even in the best restaurants down here. Yeah. But I mean, you don't want to be too scruffy generally anyway. I mean, as long as you're not. Yeah.
Bitcoin City.
On the back of, do you think Bitcoin City will be a reality anytime soon? Ooh, hard question.
Yeah. We have heard that there's a huge amount of investment coming in, or Bitcoin investment coming in from Saudi Arabia and places like that.
Yeah.
If that is the case, then there could be some action happening. But I mean, at the moment, we don't know.
What do you call soon? 5 years? Would 5 years for a project like that be soon? Or are you expecting in 12 months? Or would it be longer? So in the next 12 months, that they would love to break ground, but I don't know what it would actually mean. In the next 5 years, I think we would definitely see broken ground and some sort of infrastructure going into place.
Yeah.
So that also goes past Bukele's term, and that's also going to be a controversial thing. So Bukele would love to see progress before his term ends. I'm sure. This is my assumption and guess, but it's a long-term project.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's massive.
Something I should look into is how long it took them to build Dubai to some sort of level and things like that, because not Dubai. Yeah, Dubai. Yeah, the city that they built in Dubai for the tech and financial center, because that would be a good case of how long it will take to get things going here.
Yeah. Alexander, how long does it take to get citizenship after obtaining permanent residency? I actually don't know. I haven't really gone that far yet. We're still just, trying to get our permanent residency. I mean, we've got our year residency and we'll do that for the next couple of years. Each year we have that renewed, and then after that we get our permanent residency.
So we've done it by setting up a business, and we've been told it will take 3 years.
But it's just a residency, not to get citizenship.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so we're not sure about, but we can find out. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We've got two great sources we can point you to ask that question. There's no Bitcoin residency as such yet, but coming in with investment does speed things up for you.
Yeah. James, how do you
evaluate about Bitcoin adoption in El Salvador at this time? I mean, I think it's good. I think it's great.
There's definitely some people are hesitant, but the more and more people are using it, the more and more people are wanting to get involved.
Yep.
And the more people that we've got coming down, and they're going, well, we only want to really spend in places that are accepting Bitcoin.
Yep.
And because they want that Bitcoin experience, even if they're just coming for a visit. And so when businesses are seeing that they're missing out on business, but someone else is getting it, then they're changing their mind. So there is that flow-on effect there, which is great.
Yeah. So if you're a foreign person and you're sitting there thinking, should I go down to El Salvador? The answer is yes. And should you have a Lightning wallet ready to spend? Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's a great experience feeling free to do it. That's the first thing. And it also, you're spending money in the economy, which is a good sign for local people to see, because they're going to be encouraged to adopt Bitcoin, because it's the main reason that these tourists are here.
Yeah.
So it's a positive cycle.
Yeah. And Freedom Karen watched YouTubers visiting El Salvador. Seems to be a lot of locals and businesses not using Bitcoin, including young ones. What have you seen growth since you've arrived? We have seen more people using it since we've arrived, and we've got some locals that we go regularly to buy basic things like our cocoa, our fresh cocoa water from, and they've got a whole lot of things they sell on the side of the street. And we've got this great plan we're working on with them in regards to setting them up with one of the wallets. And because once one person starts doing it, then others will flow on, especially when they've got a sign and say, we accept Bitcoin, and they see locals stop, not locals, but
you see the tourists
stopping there, because that's where they're going to stop.
Yep.
Then the others are going to want that business. So you will see more and more happening.
Yep.
And it is about more people being on the ground and educating. That's,
Yep.
and getting people involved and understanding.
Yeah.
Because, it's such a big thing to roll out to the country, and time preference for people to be educated and learn, it is one of those things where, it's just got to be person at a person, sort of to get there and to talk to people. Yeah.
It's positive. It's definitely positive. There's growth. People want the business. That's what we're seeing. And sure, some people had bad experiences, but they may have wanted to have had a bad experience and they hang on to them because some of those bad experiences have been fixed since the initial bad experience, but they don't care. They don't want to know about it. So you're always going to get people who get angry and upset. It's just the way it is.
Johnny, how's your Spanish going? We've got a long way to go.
Next question. It's slow. Yeah, and that's our laziness.
It's just time.
We're busy. It's not lazy. We're busy. And we haven't prioritized it as much as we should. But we enjoy it when we go out and we talk to locals. And the best thing is we went to San Salvador, lunch and the shop where we bought the shoes. Both the young guys there, they wanted to speak English to us, and we wanted to speak Spanish to them.
And so it was a good experience.
It was really fun. It was fun for both of us. They had a good time. We had a good time.
And do you think Bitcoin will replace the US dollar in maybe 5 years as a value reserve?
I'd love to say yes. The reality of that, I'm pro Bitcoin, obviously, and I had a discussion with another incredibly pro Bitcoin person last night, and I threw out a situation where potentially it could be severely hindered, and we had a discussion about how people would manage that, being locked in or out of a system. And I don't know, I want this to happen. I want this to work. That's why we sold everything and came here, because we believe in it. We want to be part of it. We want to push it. We want to educate about it. So we're always going to be pro that happening. And
absolutely.
We are on the 1 hour, and we love to keep these to 1 hour as much as possible.
How do you feel about Karen?
Yes, I know, Karen. Yeah, you need to finish that question quick, Karen.
While we wait for Karen to finish her question, not sure if any of you are aware, but we've actually just put out an ebook. You can find it on our Linktree and on our website. But it's about our first 6 months here and all the things that we've had to do to obtain our 1 year residency, to buy a car, to get into a house. So if anyone's interested, we're also offering 1 hour chats.
Yes.
So check it out. And
so that's just something, we get a lot of questions and bits and pieces, and we do it. We everything we know is basically for free out there, but you've got to condense it at some point. So we've been doing that to make our lives easier. We answer people's questions as best we can. We've just organized the information into one convenient location. So if you know somebody who wants to come to El Salvador and wants an easy list of who to talk to, what it's going to take, we've got a great we're offering basically everything for free anyway, but if they want a one-on-one, we're here for it.
Definitely.
Thank you to everybody who's come on the call today.
Freedom Karen,
affiliation of all us Bitcoiners intending to live. How do you feel about affiliation of all us Bitcoiners intending to live in El Salvador society? Oh, okay. You've touched a hot topic. So on Twitter, there's a hot topic at the moment about, are we some sort of colonialists, or are we here doing, trying to take over El Salvador? That's not how we feel. That's not what we feel like we're doing. But it's hard to. We're not here to offend any locals either. We're here to support a country that we want to see thrive, and we think it's doing something great. So, how do we feel about I think most Bitcoiners have got good intentions. As I said at the beginning of this call, The average person is a good person and wants to do good things.
Yeah.
Guys, why don't you also use in the chat? Don't you use the super chat? We can't use the super chat yet, which is why we've got a Bitcoin Lightning address. So I'm going to segue to that. The Bitcoin Lightning address, which I said at the start, this was something fun. Of course, we want to promote Bitcoin Lightning and the usage. Anything that goes in there, basically, we use for fun things to give to the kids when we go to the schools, or we do little videos where it's like if we can buy pupusas with Bitcoin Lightning, we'll make a video about that. It's just, we want to promote education. So this is education. It's not expectation. So if anyone has questions about setting up a Lightning tip address on their own social media account, we've actually got a couple of videos where we show you how to do that with the Bitcoin Beach wallet. We highly recommend learning how to do it because it's fun.
Absolutely. And what's the super chat?
So super chat is a paid feature on YouTube. Okay, right. If you want to help us but get monetized, we need another 2,000 watch hours. So if you've got like 2,000 friends and they can watch a video for an hour each, that'd be awesome.
That'd be great. That would be really good. Yeah. Okay.
Well, last thing, excellent video, guys. Congratulations. I wish you all the best in El Salvador. Thank you very much. 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. We've only got 2,200 or something, so we need another 2,300. 2,300. We need another 700 watch hours. So
and we nearly were at 822 or 825 or something. So we're nearly there for the
we'll hit the
1,000
subs.
people.
We'll hit the subs very quickly, very soon.
So any friends who haven't subscribed, or if you haven't, you have to subscribe to actually watch this, but any friends who are interested, get them to subscribe to our channel and watch all our videos. Great.
That's awesome. Victor Perez, awesome, man. That is really cool. Like Salvador, I assume you're a Salvadoran that is going to come back to El Salvador in a couple of years and retire. Like that's we love hearing those stories of locals who are doing that. It's really cool.
When we see you surfing down those amazing waves, I think maybe when the waves die down a bit in November, we might go and start doing some surfing lessons.
We've never been big surfers, to be honest. Man, all these questions coming in the last minute. We're going to try and get them out. Hi, guys. Do you see El Salvador going forward with Bitcoin? Yes, we do. Totally. We believe that they're committed to it because it's doing so much for the country. Tourism is just a blatant example. That's tourism. That's before you look at investment on any level.
If buying a lot and building a house on the beach, safe, nice area, how much would it cost? A nice house, pool, and all amenities.
I can't really tell you.
It's really depending on where you want to be. I mean, because if you can go down, you can be in a condominium type scenario where it's already gated and everything's already here, and those prices of the sections are going to be a little bit more. You'd be looking at maybe 70 to 80,000 just for the section, and then you've got the build type on top of that. You could go and be further away and still be in a gated community, but it hasn't got paved roads or anything like that, and you maybe have to pick a house, but you'd be easily 250,000, if not more. Okay, so that'd be starting, and it might be a bit of work needing to do on that house.
Yeah. I mean, if you had $200,000, you could probably set yourself up with something nice. Without too many problems, but you'd be making some compromises.
Thanks, Victor. We enjoy our videos. We enjoy putting them out. I'm learning a whole new video system at the moment, so hence why things are a bit slow. James the techie, not me, but it's good skill for me to have, so it's all good. We'll be there in August, September the 5th.
Adopting Bitcoin.
Awesome. Already
cool. There's going to be lots of cool stuff happening and adopting Bitcoin.
Great. Well, let us know. Great stuff.
All right. Thank you very much.
We've got to go.
Yes,
and,
we've got people waiting for us, so we're going to take off. Thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed the live. Appreciate all your questions turning up.
Really do. And we'll be doing another live in a month's time. So look out for it, and have fun.
Have a great weekend because it is
a festive weekend.
Awesome.
Okay. See ya. Bye.